one of the saddest stories you'll hear. A father kills his own child, put it up full mass, left her in the SUV to go play video games. 37-year-old Christopher Scholtes of Marana, Arizona, was arrested on July 12th. Second-degree murder charges and one count of felony child abuse following the tragic death of his own 2-year-old daughter. Her name was Parker. She was discovered inside of a hot SUV amid triple-digit temperatures on July 9th. Police said Scholtes came home from running errands and allegedly forgot about the sleeping child after he went indoors and started playing video games. With millions watching and many people benefiting from this program called Indisputable, we just need 1% of the viewers to become a paid member so we can continue to bring this content to you. Now back to the show. Per video obtained by KVOA, 3 days after their daughter's death, Erica Scholtes pleaded with a judge at a virtual pretrial hearing to allow her husband to come home. Quote, "This was a big mistake. And I think that doesn't represent him," she said. "I just want the girls to see their father so that I don't have to tell them tonight that they're going to endure another loss." According to the wife, the deadly incident marked at least the second time this summer he left one or more of their children behind in triple-digit heat. Although police have not responded to any other incidents at the residence. Scholtes was described as a lifelong Arizona resident, unemployed, with no history of felony convictions, no prior misdemeanor domestic violence arrest. The complaint suggests he not be released on personal recognizance, and the state requested a $1 million bond, citing concerns about his own truthfulness to authorities when questioned. The defense, however, argued he is not a flight risk and had no violent history, requesting a $25,000 secured bond instead. So Scholtes scored the lowest risk on all pretrial assessments based on their testing model for risk assessment, despite pretrial services also recommending a bond. The judge noted Scholtes' strong community ties and lack of criminal history, determining he did not pose a danger and ordered his release to pretrial services. He is set to appear for a preliminary hearing on August 1st. Scholtes allegedly admitted he left Parker sleeping in the car with the engine running and the AC on, claiming he did not want to disrupt her nap. However, Scholtes also acknowledged his awareness of a safety feature that turns the SUV off automatically if left running idle for about 30 minutes per court papers. Erica called 911, coming home and discovering the lifeless child around 4:15 p.m. The toddler was still strapped to a booster seat inside the vehicle, which was parked in the driveway. ABC 15 reported at the time that on July 9th, temperature hit a record-setting high of 111 degrees. It would only take roughly 20 minutes for a car to heat up to 140 degrees and just 40 minutes to reach 150 degrees. Parker was rushed to a hospital, but she never regained consciousness. She was pronounced dead at 4:58 p.m. He literally cooked his own child to death. Scholtes later told investigators he arrived home at 2:30 p.m. He acknowledged his daughter fell asleep in the car. However, footage from a neighbor's security camera captured Scholtes arriving home at 12:53 p.m. and walking into the house by himself. He lied. 3 hours later, Scholtes' wife came home and panicked when she did not see the child right away. Hearing his wife's cries, Scholtes scrambled through the house, room by room, before finally going outside, where his daughter was inside the vehicle, sweltering with the engine off, police said. Security camera footage from next door never showed Scholtes going back outside to check on the girl until more than 3 hours after he parked in the driveway. That means the temperatures were over 150 degrees. per court documents obtained by the Arizona Republic. Scholtes and his wife exchanged several text messages as she rushed the child to the hospital, which police later obtained and found that Scholtes had done this before. Quote, "I told you to stop leaving them in the car. How many times have I told you?" Erica said in the text. "We've lost her. She was perfect." Scholtes responded, according to police. "Baby, our family. How could I do this? I killed our baby. This can't be real." When police arrived, they seized the SUV and Scholtes' PlayStation gaming console. The Scholtes have two older daughters, 5 and 9, who arrived home shortly before their father got there with Parker. In an interview with police, the older sister said their father often left them unattended in the vehicle while he got distracted by once again playing his video game and putting away his food, per court papers. This incident sadly follows other recent tragic deaths of children in the summer due to deadly temperatures and negligent parents. Let me go back to the court ruling here. Okay. While he may meet the point system, the judge had discretion here. Prosecution had discretion as well. Prosecution decided to use their discretion. They said, "We get it, Judge. He meets the point factor here. We're not buying it. He wasn't truthful with authorities. Doesn't matter. He doesn't have a violent record. We know that he's done this before, according to the text messages that are part of evidence now." But at any point, does someone say he cannot be around children anymore? No. The wife argued to the court, "Please let him out so he could come around these other children," after he killed one of his own children. Not because of one act of negligence, but because of multiple acts of negligence that he had been warned about prior. But no one in the judicial system was concerned about him possibly being around children again after he just admitted to killing one of his own. He gets a signature bond. You see, this is insane. And at the end of this, what the system really says, it's not just a proclamation for his level of privilege. It's a proclamation about the judicial system's lack of concern for the children. Now, how is it that I'm more concerned about these children than the judge? Makes no sense at all. Wos, thoughts here?
Yeah, it's mind-boggling, honestly, when you think about the negligence involved here, and just I don't know, this is beyond mindlessness. I wonder if this guy has some actual mental acuity issues. I really do, because it's hard for me to think that a parent could care this little about their child who is in their care. And we all know children that young are as vulnerable as it gets. They can't do for themselves. She can't unlock her freaking chair, unlock the car and get out for air. Like, this is somebody dependent on this person's care in order to literally survive. And he failed at the most basic of tasks. Like, this is, we're not even talking about, making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich and putting the kid in front of an iPad. Like, this is just like, get the kid out of a hot ass car. And this parent could not be trusted to do that. It honestly, it just boggles the mind that this could ever happen in any capacity. And I do feel bad for the survivors. The mom who married this freaking dope, and his other two children who have to go on living knowing that their dad freaking killed their little sister. It's just a horrible thing all around.
Yeah, very bad. Obviously, we'll bring you updates as the court case develops.